Alright. Hello there, greetings. Thanks for joining us for tonight's communication. Tonight's transmission, broadcast, whatever you want to call it. I'm still catching up to questions. I'm still on Thursday. Thursday update. Thursday is a long day. So, my energies haven't exactly been the best either recently. So should be better tomorrow, but, so, just the way it goes. So, alright, tonight's communication. Let's see, put that poppy into the title of it. That is the music. Yeah, it's this. It's the only image I wanted to post, but anyway. It's also going to go into reptilian manipulation. The silent, if you're manipulating a world, of course you want to keep it as quiet as possible. And they're doing a pretty good job on it. Now with someone like David Icke, you can say, there are going to be people that are just going to awake. They see, people that are aware, you're going to see them around, through your third eye, whatever it might be, experience, or if you're in the military. So, they're going to, however you want to word that, with Ike, who knows. So they have to touch on it a little bit. Of course, people are still having difficulties believing in it. Of course, what about when you go into insectoids, felines, tall blonde Nordics, Anunnaki beings? What about all them? When you add those to that little list, it's probably more, but that's enough. Syrians, it's a tall order, and they're all silent, and they're all running things quietly. Archons also. I believe also what you call heaven has been infiltrated also, part of it at least. So when people die and cross over, end up somewhere they don't want to be. So yeah, this world is definitely taken over for sure. So we're just living, of course they're going to keep themselves quiet. They want you to do what they want you to do. And that's be their slave. They want you to destroy yourselves. The end game is basically for us to be their slave, or just take over this planet. Basically for them to be a part, have us at their mercy, basically. Something like that. There's probably more to it than that, but they're definitely not here for just because of they think it's a good laugh. I mean, it's a test, and those that are awakening more and more. Some of the stuff is a little bit difficult to digest. There's a lot more out there that has not been brought up for good reason. It's just, it gets more. So if you're connected to something that's really bizarre, most likely it's true. So, and then some other people are connected to some strange reality. I don't know what they're doing at the time. That's okay, whatever. That's their business. The reason I bring up that poppy, right now she's going through a lawsuit, basically stealing, Mars Argo's information, her person, with big surprise there. But that poppy is all just Illuminati propaganda written all over it. And she has a YouTube Red video that's online right now, and it's pretty disgusting. I couldn't get through it. I skipped through it. It was just hard to. That's part of the music industry. It's definitely, it's the song of the music industry, and they hear this stuff that it's all Illuminati manipulation. They just laugh and think it's a big joke. Well, that might be it's not a joke, but that's one layer of it, and then it goes even further. There's so many different layers of manipulation here, and you get into aliens. And they're not part of an alien manipulated world, but yet look at how the way it is, and it's probably like even the spirit world is even manipulated too. I think so. Part of it, not all of it. And it's very frustrating. So guides get lazy. We get lazy guides. Now, from what I gather, you can come into this world through other worlds. You don't have to go through this other side on this world, because this other side is just not. It's, we are a reflection of that world. And not to say all of it's taken over, but a good portion of it is. And so why would you die and then end up somewhere lost, like under tall blonde manipulation? So of course that's not very, and you get some of these spiritual people online, they're all happy and all this bullshit. And, you know, that's part of the manipulation too. So, not to say all of them are that way, but some are. So, you know, they have different layers of, it's all over the place. It's like, this world is like, it's like a pit. It truly is. And the idea is to turn it around. Of course, waiting for the ascension is like watching paint dry. It's not easy. It's nice and slow. And yeah, it's very aggravating. But I believe help is on the way. It's just with disclosure, it's going to be such a big impact here. It's going to affect everybody here. They can't just show up and just not plan it. You know, they have. It's all stages. And this year it feels like they're throwing out the red carpet somehow. I don't know how. You know, I get different scenarios. Another thing was what I got when you get light, you know, when you get an infusion of light, like maybe in the sky, you just have all of a sudden, now this is a version of it, you'll get like information, like you'll know what's going on, like it's like a high vibration, like touch or something. You just know what's happening. You know who they are, know what's going on, and you just know. I'm not sure if what's up with that. If that's what they're going to be bringing in, I have no idea. That would be nice. That would help, because the idea for their, you know, for disclosure when they do show up, the aliens, if you're wondering, if you're still here, for newcomers, it's going to be peaceful. How they're going to do that is beyond me. So, but not peaceful for everyone, of course. But the intentions are peaceful. But how humans react is another story. So I got a glimpse of people just know what's going on somehow. So that makes a lot of sense. But see how that rolls out. So yeah, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do one for tonight. I'm kind of trying to get my batteries back going up, get back in order again. A lot of the reptilian manipulations here, it's like yeah, there's higher dimensional beings that are causing difficulties, and they're not exactly the most friendly beings. I don't know how they're doing that, but they're doing it. So it's like, yeah, it's like no matter where we go, what we do, it's all under some kind of mask of control. So, so those that are awakening to all this, you're getting your orders, you're getting prepared, from what I gather. As for preparing for what? Prepare to wait. That seems to be the big one. We're just waiting, and waiting, and waiting. So, I don't think the wait is going to be that much longer, but I don't, like I said, they're not telling me anything at the moment. But it does seem like we're going into an awakening phase of, a disclosure phase. You see it in the third dimension, how there are sightings here and there. There's various places. I didn't check anything today, but the big one is on its way. And maybe I'm getting attacked today. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. That might be it. So, whatever. Whatever it is. Well, I'm also scaling down. I've been doing a lot of stuff recently. I gotta chill out. I gotta cool down the jets every once in a while. I'm going. I gotta chill. So, yeah, I've been really hitting it hard with information. That's good. It's like, man, I gotta pull back every once in a while, and that's what this is. So I'm planning on going to bed early tonight too, which I have not done. I went to see the Avengers. I went to see that to cool down too, and I don't know what I got out of that. I don't know. It's depopulation. As for, you know, anything that's, it's nice seeing that we're doing more cosmic stuff. So that might help people with, you know, the timing of that isn't a big surprise. So it's not going to be a big purple monster coming into the sky or anything. Some people might think it is. As for disclosure, but far from it. I don't think our government's sophisticated enough to do a false U.S. Alien I don't think they're that. They're kind of stupid. I don't think they're that. I don't give them that much credit. I don't think they're capable of much of anything. They're doing a hell of a job keeping themselves quiet. But other than that, I don't think they're going to I don't think they're capable of pulling anything off. As for what's going on with Trump, I guess they're losing. From what I've heard, I guess they're firing a lot of people in the White House or something like that. I don't know. I haven't kept up on that, which is good. The FBI is definitely deep state, and that's doing they're trying to make Trump may feel as comfortable as possible, for sure. Yeah. So as for what's coming up, it does feel like Trump's going to go into more disclosure mode eventually. Because his wall that he's building in Mexico, good luck with that. I don't think it's, first off, funding. Second off, I don't think it's going to be successful because Mexicans can do anything. Hell, they'll probably put a door in the middle of it, and you won't even notice it. They'll just walk right through it. So, I don't know what they're thinking, but whatever. It sounds nice on paper, but when you start putting it up, I don't think it's going to be that effective. They'll find a way around it. They'll blow it up or something. Who knows? For right now, I'll just let them have fun with that. But it does seem like, at least from what I'm getting, is that Trump's going to more disclosure. I'm not sure if he's doing it now, but in the future it feels like inevitable. It feels like all things will just slow down, stop, and we'll go into another direction. Now, I've been doing disclosure videos for a week now. I didn't put disclosure in the title. I don't think so. So I put Poppy up there instead. Yeah, as for Poppy, that's I don't know, they're doing this occult stuff like it's fun, and it's not fun. Of course, what they're doing, at least those Titanic Sinclair and his mental abuse and all his stalking, his ex-girlfriend, that's not Poppy, it's somebody else, and maybe found physical abuse, I don't know, whatever it is. It's his business. Yeah, you got the power trip going on. But doing all this Illuminati stuff's not. It might seem like fun on paper, but it still puts that energy there. It's not right. And they kind of want you to play with that stuff. They don't care if people know I mean, it's not like you can go drive up to them. Now, the music execs aren't even aware of it, but as for why they put those symbolisms in there, it's their downloads. They might connect to the elite in some shape or form. It doesn't mean it has to be the 13 families that you find in the book, but they are connected. John Bonet is one example of it. There's several other examples. Those are connected to Lockheed Martin. Any time of defense, any of these defense companies, that's all connected. At least the major ones, Cheryl Orders or whatever it might be, it's all part of it. That's all deep state. And so when you bring this stuff up, people just laugh. It's all just a big joke. And it is very real. It's running society, basically. I mean, they laugh at this stuff, and yet they consume their food and breathe their air and everything. And just think it's just a big joke. It's not a big joke. Yeah, because it's unbelievable to them. So that's alright. Fine. You want to? Well, when disclosure comes, they're going to be. They might not be in the best mental state when that occurs. So. Those that are just laughing all this stuff off. So, they most likely would be in denial like they're already in denial with everything else. So, they're not connected to their psychic abilities. Everyone has psychic abilities. Everyone has spiritual abilities. It's just they're being a good slave. So, and the ones that manipulate running this show, obviously, are not going to show themselves. You can ask them to show themselves. You can say it 100 times. It's like, that would just ruin the party. It's like, they're not going to do that. And even when disclosure, because that was always a question, during disclosure, they're going to really show themselves? Not likely. Because they want to make it look like they're not here. So it keeps it going. It's just, yeah, it's yeah, it's heavy duty. So either way, I'm not sure if there's anything. I forgot what else this is all about. So what the outcome is well, let's see if we get anything else on this. For those who are new to all this, is Ivan Tar. Anyone new to all of this is IvanTar.com. We have private sessions open throughout the week. In certain areas, there's lesser places you can order here for recordings. Everything's open, but quite a bit is for the week. And as I'm slow on Thursday, I'm going as fast as I can. After tomorrow, I should be able to be catching up a lot faster. Maybe. Should be. There's also Spirit Social. And also, you know, I feel like Tesla. Taking forever. You also have spiritual connections here of other channelers and healers. Much recommend. Also have the Patreon for the rabbit. Next issue is on its way. Also have the social network, and it's pretty busy. I'm just going to skip through all this real quick. And there's Jake hanging out. And yeah, his future looks bright. It's not going to be an easy future, but it's a future. And also, let's see here. Yeah, this is another thing. I'm going to be going into this little by little throughout the week. Well, when I get around to it, I'm just going to... Freeman, DuPont. Ooh, what's that? Yeah, see, people laugh about this stuff like we're watching too many movies or something. But yet, those that are laughing are living in the manipulation and don't even know it. So, and then you get into more of the galactic, the alien version of it, where, yeah, spirit world's been infiltrated. Like, I believe you can incarnate from, like, Arcturian worlds, Palladian worlds, Syrian worlds, you know, with safety. But those that are incarnated through this other side are the ones that usually are deep asleep. I mean, asleep. There's one thing, you forget everything when you incarnate here. It's one thing. But when you're asleep, as most of here, they're definitely part of the manipulated version of heaven. So ever since I've been here, I've had difficulties with the spirit world. I've had a spirit guide that's been not a good spirit guide. And the other side, it just lays on their backs and just watches it all like they don't care. So it's got to be taken over too. It has to be. Maybe all of it's taken over. I don't think all of it is, but a good portion of it is. So is the other side, is it gone rogue? It's gone rogue a long time ago. Now, my perspective is that this place is is a reflection of heaven. Is obviously we don't have all the knowledge, don't remember everything, but with all the stuff going on here, and some people say, is God turning the other direction? No, I don't think God is, but those that are, those in the spirit realms, have a lot of explaining to do. Of course, a lot of them won't say it, or won't go into it, stay quiet, whatever it might be. It's just a big joke. I'm serious. When I say I'm serious, it's like, I don't think the spirit world is as wonderful as it claims to be. They try to say that, just like they say how religion, how wonderful that is. At least the spirit world is connected to this place. Yeah, connected to this world. There are other spirit worlds you can connect to, Arcturians, Palladians. Of course, they're not perfect either, but let me tell you, the ones connected to this world that have been incarnated here 100 times, or whatever it might be, most of them are off their rocker. A lot of them are lazy, arrogant, and they're on the other side. They're like children, depending on who it is. They know, yeah, obviously they know everything, and it's just kind of like a walking disaster. Of course, they don't want to hear that. It's they don't know what you're talking about, and yet they're not very helpful in the growth. Not really. I know they get pissed off when I say this stuff. I don't care. It's like you get tired. It's like you feel like they're not doing anything. Probably because they're not. So it's just like the whole thing with the flat earth. Does it look like a flat earth? Yeah, it does in some areas. Yeah, it does. Probably because it is. So yeah, it's like a snow globe, I guess, a snow globe effect. Look at the snow globe, it's round, but also inside it's flat. So I know it sounds weird, but it is kind of bizarre here. I wouldn't doubt it. Because it does look flat in some, you know, especially out in the water, so whatever, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, I got enough crazy already. But yeah, I don't doubt it in that regard. Yeah, I didn't quite understand. I'm not getting a whole lot from messages, but you know, not everything's here to be understood. Most of us are here to wait. We're here to wait. We're just brought here to hurry up and wait. Wait for the big change. Yep. Just waiting and more waiting and more waiting. So yeah, as for disclosure, yeah, this is not something that can be done overnight for sure. It's got to take, yeah, several lifetimes to prepare for it. Yeah, so yeah, because it's going to affect everybody in some shape or form. So they want to do it right. It's not like a terrorist act where they don't really care what the hell happens. So with this, they want it to be peaceful as possible. Obviously, with the energies of humanity, you can have the best intentions in the world. They're going to spin it any way they want, whatever they're going through. So, oh, they're nice and friendly. They must be evil. I mean, you just can't win. You just can't. So, yeah, anybody's coming from the sky with a high advanced ship is going to probably scare people because that's not something you see every day. So, like I said, I don't know how they're going to do it, but like I'm saying, I got some glimpses of versions of it, but I'm not sure if I want to know. But the idea is to coach us into the direction of positive disclosure for sure. And in my endeavors, yeah, I've connected more to the other side that's not so friendly, probably because they're having difficulties healing. I don't know the whole story. They're only giving me half the picture of it. But the other side that's connected to this world has to go through healing too. I think so. It's just, yeah, it's weird. Not to say your guides are corrupted. Some people's guides might be. And those that have excess of drinking, smoking, there's a possibility of just possession. And also there's some guides that also feel that they're always right, and they can be connected to some kind of darkness also. So there's that too. It gets pretty sophisticated out there. Yeah, this is the world. Yeah, this is when you come to the world like this, you're gonna get hit with everything. So as for how to open all this up, you know, so we have more understanding. Shit, if I know. Hopefully, disclosure brings some truth into all this. I have no idea. As for, yeah, because you know, I can say I don't trust the spirit world that much. I do, but I don't. It's like there's some that ascended masters that you can. There's others that are just, well, it's really bad over there. So, anytime that, like, if you get a psychic connection from a guy and they say something that's smart, I just fire them instantly. It's like, this is ridiculous. It's like, you guys are that, it's that bad over there, huh? So yeah, they sit on their hands and yeah, well, they want to deny how, you know, how lazy they are. And before I got involved with all this, when I became more aware of my guides and everything, like 2011, a friend of mine, she did a meditation. Her guide came to her and said, "I'm sorry, I have not done. Basically, I'm sorry, I suck." Basically, it's like pretty much. So, so there you go. And that's before I got more to understand. Like, yeah, the other side really does suck, doesn't it? It's bad. And those, I don't know what other people are connected to. I guess we're connected to a better version of it. Maybe I'm just connected to the crap. I don't think it's just me. I mean, guess what? I'm cleaning house and astral. I go there and I clean that side also. That part is, from my perspective, is pretty corrupt. Not all of it, but the connections to our world is bad. So it's like higher astral, but it's more and more astral that claims it's higher astral. I know it sounds weird, but that claims it's heaven and all that nonsense. So that's what I'm getting at. So So, like, heaven is way out here, and lower astral is right around our earth, basically. Claiming it's heaven, claiming it's all this, and it gets a lot of souls in there. I mean, I believe most souls that cross over go to the right place. I believe so. They just do. But others get trapped and lost and all this nonsense. So it's because they protect themselves. They make sure they can get here okay and leave here alright. So it's just leaving here is not the easiest, because some just stay here forever. Well, long before like your exit point is 65, they stay here until they're 85. They don't really need to. There's a lot of that going on too. So I believe that will get easier over time. That souls is like, okay, I'm done, and just zip out. So that's where we're heading. Where we're at now is like we're in a flat tire phase. We've been here for quite a while, so we're trying to put air in that tire, and also the idea is to open up. Well, that's another thing. Well, on my ranting about the other side, the idea is to open up the spiritual connections, and for not just myself but for others. That's what this is all about. I guess I'm getting more of an understanding of it now. Because today I was like battling, and I was like, what's this about? Am I getting attacked? I don't think so. But yeah, this feels like I'm just cleaning house over there, so we can have more connection to your guides and all this that needs to come through. If there's something, but if it's a rogue guide, you'll at least be able to be aware of it at least. I believe most people have the proper guides around them. Just some of us have whatever. I mean, another reason to have a crap guide is to know that exists, to experience it, to help others out of those situations, or avoid them, or however you want to word it, or put a light to it. Say, hey, you know what? You might have a guy that sucks. So, not to say everybody has that, but it does exist. At least to say it exists, because it can be a problem. So, it's just like somebody that's addicted to drugs or alcohol, and you actually have a negative entity connected to you. It's kind of the same thing. In some ways, it's worse because it's a guide. It's not exactly the most positive. So I figured I'd go into that. So that makes sense. So in doing it, others are probably involved with this too. I'm not doing this by myself, that's for damn sure. Just doing a house cleaning of the spirit realms, which makes sense as we're going into disclosure. We want to be able to connect better. Maybe not exactly activate all your abilities, but at least to have some kind of better connection to what's going on when they flip the switch, which apparently is going to be this year, which is still, it's crazy. It's like, I'm glad, I hope it happens tomorrow, or right now for that matter. But when it happens, I don't believe the news is going to be able to ignore it, and I believe the government will eventually get involved. Like I said, I think they're just going to show up, and then the government will somehow interact with them. I don't think with fire jets, but maybe because it's just the way some branch of the government will know what's going on. Like the Men in Black will show up and say what's going on. Whatever. The CIA, a section of the CIA, whatever it might be. I still think it's going to happen in America, but I could be wrong. It could happen in Mexico. I don't know. But either way, it does feel like it's going to be one visitation, and then we'll just build up from there. It's just going to be one step at a time. Yeah, I'm definitely doing a lot of stuff for the astral world, and that's what's going on. I've been worn out for the past 2 days, and it's not just because of work. It's because it's just astral work. It's like, oh, this is why I'm still on Thursday. So, yeah, I should apologize for that. I know I don't want to put apologies, but I'll get to the questions. I'm working on it, but many people are having difficulties with the other side. It has to do with this world is, as you can see, taken over. Now, like, what version of, like, there are other worlds that are this, manipulated, most likely, or worse. Is this like in the top 5 or top, or I mean, I've heard like this is the Harvard of manipulated worlds. Yeah, it's got that. But where does it stand? I don't know. I would say maybe the top 5, maybe number 5. I don't think it's number 1. Can you imagine number 1? I mean, look at this place as it is. If it's number 1, like the most manipulated world out there, it's got to be a world like what you see in the Matrix, where it's just war and just dark, like AI coming from the sky. So it's like, it might be fun to look at, but living that, it's gotta suck. It's gotta be something like that. Probably far worse. I've seen glimpses of like a feline world. Or humanoid felines, and they're going through all kinds of hell, and they have no alien contact. It's just them. You know, there's aliens there, but they don't see them, just like us. Yeah, it's a feline world. They're kind of like us, beating the crap out of each other. In some cases, I don't know the story of it. I don't want to know. I got enough. We got this place to deal with, but I did connect to a feline world way back when I started doing this. So maybe it's another version of Earth. It could be, but it's just felines. That's interesting. It could be. Either way, it's same in our situation. But yeah, a world's worse than this one. There are prison type of planets. This is one of them. But another version of a prison planet is basically everyone's just shackled. Yeah, you have slaves, a slave planet. Where, of course, we don't. I guess we have freedom, but we don't have freedom. We give our freedom away, like to police, to government, and whoever else. So we have like an illusion of freedom, but really don't have freedom. We're still in a cage. But something like that. So, but there are slave worlds where you are definitely a slave, and it's like a dark skies all the time. It's like hell. I've seen glimpses of that. It's not some place I want to connect to. It's like a That Poppy video, something like that. Yeah, if you want to see that, I don't recommend looking at it, but if you're curious, That Poppy YouTube Red. I mean, they make it like it's entertainment. They had the devil in there. I mean, I just think it's just a big joke. It's like, it's not good stuff. So now they're going through lawsuits, deleting tweets. Trying to make, and I don't know, they might, I don't think they're going to win this lawsuit. Yeah, they're getting, Mars Argo is suing Poppy. I think Mars Argo is going to win big time. And I'm not sure if they're going to throw her boyfriend into jail or not for abuse. I think he hit her or something like that. So, and for copyright, because they're stealing a lot of her ideas. But I think she's going to win. I'm not sure in all cases, but definitely with the abuse and stalking, I think it's going on. So, yeah. So success. Well, when you do all that Illuminati stuff, yeah, there's got to be something there that's not right. Like Lady Gaga, there's probably a lot of stuff there that I don't want to know, but you know, who knows? Yeah, there's probably something else there. Yeah, so maybe I have a poppy person trying to choke me right now. Jeez. Yeah, I'm kind of jumping around to random things right now. Let's see here. I'm just seeing what else is. I'm not going to chat. I'm too tired. Yeah, it must be a lot of astral work going on right now. That's got to be. Yeah, it's setting the stage for what's to come. That's what I'm gathering. So for at least your abilities to be more awakened. Now, what I saw for like bursts of light in the skies before they show up, before contact. What I felt is like people would just have a knowledge of what's going on. It's like a burst, like you just know. How long does that last? I don't know. You just know who they are. It's like a telepathic message, but it's more than that. It's like your brain opens up of what's happening here. I'm not sure if you're going to know about JFK, how that went. I'm not sure where that's going to go. But that's what I got. Maybe it's be for a few people, maybe for everybody, maybe it will only last for a little bit. Who knows? I'm not sure if they're allowed to do that for everyone. I don't know. That's neat though. I mean, that would make a great amount of sense, but our world twists everything around, so I don't know if that interferes with free will or not. I'm not sure how that works. I mean, giving you information is one thing, but to continue that, I don't know how that works exactly. So, but it does feel good. I mean, imagine if you get the knowledge of what's going on here. At least who's here. We're Palladians. We're from Ashar or from wherever. We're to assist you, and there's nothing to fear. And you just feel this calmness. You feel as like everything's going to be okay. That's nice. So I can see our world spinning that, because that's what we do best here. We want to be slaves. Not everybody. Only a small amount does not want to be the slave, but the majority of the population, for some reason, can't seem to get out of that. That's probably Anunnaki manipulation. And it also has to do with the other side manipulation too. I don't know how that works exactly. When I connect to the other side manipulation, I see archons there. So you wonder the effect of archons. Maybe you're getting kind of an idea of how it works. You know, it is definitely, yeah, master of ceremonies, and also the elite. You know, the Illuminati is connected to the other side too in that regard. So it's like, if they're, you know, it just gets more and more bizarre, you know. So, yeah. I just gotta love it. So, alright, I'll leave it with that. Just for tidbits of information, take it as you want. First contact still feels like something's gonna happen in July. Just, who knows? We got a while for that. Anything can go before then. Definitely, I mean, it's going to be a positive connection. Definitely. How it goes out, how it plays out, who knows? Something's going to happen. Let's put it that way. Something where we know that the big one's coming. Something like that. So, yeah, same with, what was it? Hawaii. It's very suspicious. So I haven't connected to that. I don't need to, but it's very suspicious. So who knows? Things like that might start occurring also. So, all right. Thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate all the. You know, we're all on the same side, as far as I know. Definitely here to bring a better world. Little by little, trying to inform the public. They're coming. So, or they're here already, but they're just not seen. The idea is to make them seen. Oh yeah, you got everybody here already. We got all kinds of, you know, whatever you need. They're around. So, all right, blessings everyone. Take care. We'll be back tomorrow. I should feel better tomorrow. We'll see. All right, take care.